All right, so this is the recording of the training for 7 tactics for a successful SEO campaign. So I'm actually going to jump right into slide 11 and take it from there. So now the potential if you're on page 1, so basically the training is going to go over 7 different tactics to get to page 1 in Google. Now getting to page 1, it's like a big puzzle, and there's a lot of different pieces, and each one of these tactics is a different piece. The potential if you're on page 1, if you look at some just general stats right here, 1,000 searches a month for, say, a particular keyword. Say it's for a kitchen remodeler, it's 1,000 searches a month for that keyword. That's 12,000 searches a year. Say you're on page 1, you get 10% of that traffic. That's 1,200 visits a year. Out of that 1,200, say 5% convert into sales. That's 60 sales. If your lifetime value of a customer, I know it's a little bit more for a kitchen and bath remodeler, but let's just say it's $1,000. That's an extra $60,000 in profit a year. So you can see how being on page 1 is valuable. Now let's jump right into the 7 signals, which is on-site optimization, conversion optimization, getting reviews, having good content, cleaning up your citations. I'll explain that. Social signals like Facebook, Instagram, and link building. So the first one is on-site optimization. So you want your site to be mobile friendly. It should also load in 3 seconds and below. You should have, and the reason 3 seconds and below is Google wants to have a good user experience. So if someone searches a term and then they land onto your website and it takes 10 seconds to load, that's a bad user experience, and Google sees that. So 3 seconds and below, it's nice and fast, and that's what Google favors. Solid title and meta descriptions, I'll explain that more, and then 400 plus word count on all pages. Now let's jump into the strategy part of on-site optimization. So the first thing you want to do is your site needs to be mobile friendly. It's the first on the list here because it's the most important. If your site's not mobile friendly, don't worry about the rest of this presentation. Just make it mobile friendly first. Whatever you have to do, if you have to hire someone, if you can do it yourself, that's the first step. So to see if it is mobile friendly, you use this tool right here, and that will be in the handout. So I'm just using this business as an example. You can just pop it in this tool, and it's basically going to tell you how Google sees your site. I mean, you should know if it's mobile friendly or not, but it's good just to run it through here just to see. So now it doesn't look that great here. So this company should check it out on their phones and different devices, but Google does see it as mobile friendly. Now the next thing is a speed test. So let's go into that. That's this tool right here. Put in your website, then pick any one of these locations, click Start Test, and it's just going to see how fast it takes your site to load. Now again, 3 seconds. If it's 4 seconds, that's okay, but try to get below 3 seconds. I would usually run this a couple of times and then take the average. So this is 1.7. I did this yesterday and it was like 5.6. So do it a couple of times, take the average. But you can see down here, it'll explain to you how to fix whatever issues that will make your site faster. And, you know, this is a little bit more technical. You might need someone to help you with this, but some of this stuff like this one right here, leverage browser caching, it's not that hard to fix. So that's actually an easy fix. The next one is meta titles and descriptions. So what you want to do is put your site and then yoursite.com right here. So if I jump into Google, I put that company site there, and I have no relation to this business. I'm just using them as an example. So you put site, and then you put your site name there, and then titles is this line of text right here. Now what you want to do for local businesses, it's always good to try to get a keyword in there. I mean, this is a day spa, so that's good, but what I would recommend this company does, they could put their company name, day spa, in Torrington. That's where they're located. So that would be a good idea. Then you want to make a different one for each page. Now your meta description, It should also, have good content in there. It should read well. It should, try to get a keyword in there if you can. And by keyword, I mean just words that people would find you online. So if you're a dentist, maybe you include your town name dentist, or you include filling cavities or teeth whitening or something like that. Don't just put anything in there. It needs to make sense, and it needs to read perfectly for a user to get good information out of it. But if you could get a keyword in there, great. And at the end, always try to put some type of call to action: book an appointment, call us today. And you want to make this description different on each page. Now, the last one is word count. So what I'm going to do is jump into the site. Where is it? Right here. I have you would install that Google extension that I have in the handout. You just highlight all the text on your page, right click, and then you can see this page has 231 words. So not bad. I would definitely try to, and that's probably just, it might not be 100% accurate, but it's pretty close. So I would definitely try to add maybe another paragraph for this site. You can add a little bit more information here and here. Maybe even this looks good up here, so I wouldn't really change it. But if you can add just a little bit more content on your page, it's going to help you rank higher in Google. Now let's look at conversion optimization. For this is, when someone goes to your site, you want it to convert into a lead, into a sale, and, into a customer. So I recommend phone number in the top right or above the fold. I'll show you that in a minute, what that means. And then a good web form on your site. So if we go back to this site, they have their phone number right here. It's not in the top right, but it's in a good spot, stands out, and it's above the fold. And what above the fold means is that the user doesn't have to scroll down, because believe it or not, a lot of users don't scroll down. They might just hit the back button right away. So above the fold should be somewhere on the top of the site. I usually do like the top right because your eyes just tend to go there. But like this company has it, anywhere above fold is good enough. Now, I also said a good web form on your site. So this company looks like they have a book an appointment form. And then it goes to just to this. So this is kind of confusing. Like if I just want information, I have to create an email. I have to put my email in and then a PIN. I'm probably not going to do that. So I would, for them, they should definitely, fix that, because they're probably losing business from that. People aren't going to take that step to do that. You want to make it as easy as possible. So if you just have a regular form on your website, just like maybe 3 or 4 fields: name, email. Even you could just keep it at that, and that's good. But if it maybe name, email, and a comment box, that's good enough. People don't want to fill out these long forms. Links to your social media profiles, include those on your site. Links to online reviews, or display your online reviews. Definitely do one or the other. Your site should be branded on all pages, and put personality into your site. Put photos of yourself, your employees, write a little bit about your story of why you started the company, or, just anything about it that connects with someone. And, people want to deal with other people. They don't necessarily want to just deal with a business. They want to connect with you somehow. So that's really important these days. You can see a lot of the big brands doing it, trying to advertise to our personality rather than just, trying to advertise with some personality in their ads, and trying to always connect to you, because when they can connect to you, they have you as a customer. So definitely try to do that with your business. And then again, everything should be mobile friendly. Again, it's just so important because a lot of users are on their mobile phones. Now let's go into the next signal: review generation. This really is the easiest way to get more business. People go to, Google, Facebook, Yelp, they read reviews, and then they make a purchase, or they call your business up. So you want a steady stream of reviews. You don't necessarily want 10 in 1 month and then none for the rest of the year. It's better to get, even if you get 1 a month, one every other month, or whatever it is, or a couple a month, just try to get them throughout the year. Google, seems to like that better when you have a consistent and steady stream of reviews. And definitely respond to all, good or bad, respond to them. And, don't worry if you get a bad review. Just respond to it. Don't go crazy and freak out about it. Just respond, and, a potential customer will see that, and, they'll know that you care because you're responding to all feedback. So a good way to get reviews is to ask in person. That it works the best. I mean, realistically, if you ask 10 people, maybe 1 or 2 are going to leave you a review. It's not easy to get reviews. That's the problem. You can email your customers your direct link, and I'm going to show you a free little tip on that. And then you always want to follow up, because people need to be reminded. It's not going to be at the top of their mind, so you want to follow up. And you can also use an automated tool, my software review route. I'll just give you a quick demo on how that works, but that is helpful also. So let's look into, let's see. So what you want to do is put in your website and then put in your address, full address, and your Google My Business profile should show up. If you don't have a Google My Business profile, they're free to create, so create one. If you don't have a physical location, that's okay. You can put in a service area, so you don't have to put your address on here if you don't want to. But you want to get this name right here for your business, and then open up this link. Oops, where is it? Hold on, let me just get that. Let's see here. Just have to get one link. Let's see. I apologize. I should have had this link, but you'll have it in the handout. So you want to pop that link in. Well, you'll have it. So go to that page. Copy your business name. Pop it in here. If you don't start seeing your business name, you could just, I deleted one character, now I see it. Now you want to grab this part right here, whoops, where it says place ID. From the beginning to the end, just grab that, copy it. Now in the handout, you'll see the link. You just paste your ID right after. Copy this. Now if you see, I pop this into Google. It's going to automatically open up the review box. So go to your page, and then it'll open up the review box. So it makes it a little bit easier for someone to leave a review. They do need a Google account in order to leave a Google review. Like most of the sites, you have to be on Facebook to leave a Facebook review. Yelp, same thing. So one way to make this a little bit shorter is go to goo.gl, pop it in. I am not a robot, so I'm going to shorten it right here. Oops, why didn't that work? All right. So now there's my nice short link, and now I can send this to a customer. It just looks a little bit better. It's a little bit easier to paste that into an email or whatever it is. And it'll open up that review box. So that's the free way to do it. I do... Yelp, they don't want you asking for reviews, so you have to, be careful with that. Whether you want to ask or not, that's really up to you. If someone's not a Yelp user, their review could go into the Yelp filter, which kind of stinks. So, but again, just be careful when asking for Yelp reviews, because Yelp does state that you should not be asking for reviews. It's against their terms of service. Facebook doesn't really seem to care. Google doesn't really seem to care. I mean, and then any other site that, I work with a wedding DJ, and they use, I can't think of the site off the top of my head. It's Wedding Wire. So they get reviews on there. So, if you're a plumber, Angie's List. You want to try to get reviews across everything, but Google is one of the most important. Now, like I said here, there's also automation tools. There's many of them. I'm going to show you mine real quick. So what you would do, you sign up for an account, you go to customer, add a customer, and you simply just enter their information. Now what they're going to get is they are going to get an email that looks like this, and it just makes it easier. It's just automating this whole process. If they can rate you, if they click 1, 2, or 3, they're going to be brought to an internal form. So then it kind of prevents them from going online and bashing you. They could still go online and do that, but it's a proactive measure to hopefully prevent that. Now, if they click 4 or 5, they're going to be brought to a page that's going to redirect them to your Google page, and then the review box will automatically pop up. So again, makes it nice and automated and simple. So if you're interested in that, at the end I'll have a coupon code. You can get that for we have a $5 off coupon code. So the next signal is content creation. Google loves content. That's what the internet is made up of: really good articles, content, links. Just taking a sip of water there. And I do recommend about 400 words on each page. If you could get 500 to 1,000, that's good. A good thing to do also is look at your competitors. Look at some of their pages. If they have a very low word count, then maybe you only need 400. But if they have all their, for local businesses, it's usually the homepage. If their homepages have 1,000+ words, you kind of want to one-up them a little bit and put some more words onto your page. You always want a good about page. That's usually in the top 5 visited pages at least for all my clients. They're everyone's checking out the about page. Again, put personality into it, photos, all that stuff, and good service and product pages. Again, if you're a plumber, have a page on fixing toilets and drains and stuff like that. If you're a spa, just have a page for each one of your services. And then starting a blog is always a good SEO strategy. Now here's a little bit of strategy. You want to add a few hundred words to 1 page a month. If you do that over 12 months, you're going to have a ton more content on your site. It's going to help you rank all over the place. Create 1 new service page or product page a month also. If you could do that, if you can't do it from the beginning, maybe 1 every other month, whatever it is, just try to put more content out there, but good content, quality content. And again, create an awesome About Us page. It should tell your story. It should have pictures of you. And if you don't want to put pictures of you, that's okay, but maybe of your office, just, something a little bit behind the scenes, or somehow a customer connect with you. That's what, behind the scenes. I have one client that has a behind the scenes video of their employees. That's incredible, because that's what people want to see. Now, a little bit of a long-term strategy is blog 1 to 3 times a month. Again, shoot for 500 to 1,000 words. If you can make them even longer, that's great. If you do have longer articles, maybe 1,500 words, 1,000 words, do that 1 or 2 times a month. I know that's a longer piece of content is harder to write, but in the long term, it's going to be better. And each blog post link to a relevant page on your site. So if you're writing about the advantages of teeth whitening, link back to your teeth whitening service page. And that is, a great strategy. If you do that consistently, it's going to take time, but if you do it consistently, you're going to see more traffic to your website. And with more traffic, you're going to get more leads and sales. Now, the citation cleanup and building. Citations are sites like Yelp, Google My Business, Angie's List, City Search, all of those sites, Better Business Bureau, all of them are considered citations, or sometimes called directories, local directories. Your NAP needs to be consistent. Your NAP is your business name, address, and phone number. I'll explain that a little bit more in a minute. Google wants to see consistency, so they want to see the same business. They want to see the same NAP on your Yelp profile, your Google My Business, your Angie's List, all of those. And focus on cleaning them up and then adding your business to more of them. So some strategy here is Fix your NAP on your site and on Google. So let me just jump in and show you how to do that. So what you want to do, let's see here. So here is, you want to put your business name in again with your full address, get your Google My Business profile. Then you want to pull up your website, and you should have your address somewhere on your website. This company has it down here. Sometimes it's in the footer down here. Sometimes it's up at the top. But it should be identical. So what I mean by NAP is your name, address, and phone number. So if you look at this business, this is their business name. I cannot pronounce that, so I'm not even going to try. But if you go over to their Google My Business profile, they have the Inc. at the end. And it doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but fixing that can really help your rankings. So what I would suggest this business, get rid of the Inc. on here and keep it consistent on here. Now you can see they have ST with a period at the end. Google does not display that period. So again, you can put the period in Google. They'll probably get rid of it because they want to format the address the way they want to. So the easier thing to do is just take the period out of your site. Phone number should be identical, which it is, and then everything else. So what you want to do is, get Google and your website identical, then start going down the list, and the list will be in the handout for Yelp, for Facebook, for MapQuest. Any of these sites, just fix it, go right down the list. And again, try to clean 3 to 5 a month. You don't have to do them all at once, and then start with the biggies. And again, just go down the list and clean them all up. Now the 6th signal is social signals. So Google wants to see that you're getting shared. The biggies are Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. And the strategy I'm going to show you is that using a small paid ad campaign to do this. You want to post helpful, shareable content. You don't want to just post about your business, about 85% non-business posts and 15% business posts. That's not, exact numbers. You could, if it's a little bit more, a little bit less, that's okay. But the majority of your posts should be just helpful information. You can even post articles to from other sites that you find useful. But it should be all, if you're a plumber, don't just post pictures about dogs and stuff like that. I mean, if it's something that has to do with your business, great, but just don't post random stuff. It should be about your industry. But like even a plumber, you can post any home improvement tip. That's helpful. For a dentist, you can you can post a health tip. So it doesn't have to be, if you're a dentist, just doesn't have to be about your teeth. It could be a good health tip. People love that stuff. So what you want to do is create a blog post on your website. So now you do need a blog in place for this. If you don't have one, you'll need someone to create one for you, or you could create one on your own site. So you write a really good blog post, and then you're going to create a Facebook post for that blog article on your Facebook page. Then you're going to set up a $3 a day Facebook ad to promote it. And if you could do 1 or 2 of these a month, you just keep it fresh. You just kind of swap them out. And the strategy here is you really can target your market. So let's jump in to Facebook. So when you're in Facebook, you don't want to boost the post. You want to go to the Facebook Ads Manager. And the reason is you could just pick more. It's boosting a post is easier, but you could really dial in the targeting in the Ads Manager. So facebook.com/ads/manager. Go there, sign up for an account. It's free to sign up. You do have to pay for the advertising spend, but you can set up an account, go to create campaign. I'm not going to go fully through the campaign, but I do want to show you the targeting. So let's see. I'm going to start over here. You're going to do traffic because you're sending traffic to your website. Just name it whatever you want down here. And then the targeting, you can really dial it in. So just wait for this to load. So keep website. You want to send people to your website. You want to, if you're local, pick your local area. So I'm going to do Norwalk, Connecticut. There you go, 10 miles around Norwalk. Going to get rid of the United States, so it's just Norwalk here. Now you can see in the audience size, brought it down to 560,000 people. So that's good. No, that's not Norwalk, Connecticut. I don't think it is. Hold on, let me get rid of that real quick. Facebook is a little buggy, so sometimes things don't work. All right, it doesn't really want to. This is in Torrington that I've been demonstrating, so there we go. So let's pick that. So now you can see 25 miles. That might be too big of a radius. You can knock it down to 10. I have 63,000 people. So not a huge audience, but you know, you already knocked it down a bit. Now you just pick your age range, male or female or both. And then the targeting here, you can really dial in. So maybe parents, say you're a school or like a play, gym. Maybe you want to do parents. That knocks it down to 20,000. Then you can narrow it down even more. So say you want to narrow it down to income levels. Let's say 75,000 to 100,000. So that's 4,000 people. And then you could just add some more in here. So you can see it starts to build a little bit, 13,000 people, but it's pretty targeted. So it's parents that are in this income level. So, you know, it's a good way to really dial in your targeting. Now you can scroll down a little bit more. It usually is set to automatic placements. I do recommend edit placements, and usually I pick mobile only just because most of the traffic's going to be on a mobile device. And then for these, I always run it on the Facebook feed. I usually don't run it on instant articles. It's just different placements. As you hover over these, you can kind of see what it looks like. Instagram, I'll do the feed. And then Audience Network, I usually never run it on that. And Messenger ads, I don't run it on that either. So there you go. So there's $13,000 audience, but it's pretty targeted. You know, it's running in the right spots, mobile only. These demographics, these interests, and that's it. So then you could just set your budget. You click continue, and then you would create your Facebook ad. And again, this is probably would be good for another workshop. But yeah, you would create your ad and then you would run that. So the last signal is link building. And I keep this towards the end because link building's the most risky. It's the hardest. Google, they specifically say they do not want you to build links to your website because a lot of companies have taken advantage of that, have gamed the system, and Google, if they see you doing kind of like shady link building, they'll give you a penalty. So you really do have to be careful, but I do want to go over it because it is a part of SEO. But I do recommend doing everything first for maybe 6 months, even a year, and then kind of keep this towards the end. So Google does look at inbound links, quality over quantity. So if you are a plumber and you get a link from Home Depot's blog or a big manufacturer, that's huge. That's good. Even just one of those could really help. Look at your competitors' links, and I'm going to show you that in the strategy session. Consistent, do this very slowly again. Even if it's a link a month, that's okay. Maybe just a handful of links a year. And one-way links are best. So what I mean by that is people used to do link exchanges where they'd say, oh, link to me, I'll link back to you. That doesn't really work anymore. So what you want to do is, maybe you write a guest post on a really good, if you're demographics, parenting, and you have, say, I don't know, a gym for kids, if you can write a guest post on a parenting blog and they link back to your website, that's a good link, you know. So some ideas here are Chamber of Commerce. Try to just get them to, you know, if you're part of that, they should be able to link back to your website. Local sponsorships, local events. If you donate to a local club, say, listen, can you just list my website on yours? And they might even have it already. So just make sure the link's going back to your site. Manufacturer links, local bloggers, they're usually hungry for money. So if you offer them money, now again, Google says do not do that. You shouldn't be buying links, you shouldn't be offering people money, but it is a strategy. I just want to put it out there. And then analyze your competitors. So to do this, you're going to go to the site in the handout. Where is it? It's this right here. Grab your website. I'm going to grab this company that I've been using. Pop it in. Click search. All right. So here is your competitor. Links. It doesn't show you all of them because I think you have to pay for this tool, but it gives you at least some of them that you can look and say, oh, you know, they were featured in the local community website. Maybe I'll try to get there also. And that's kind of how you use this competitor link building strategy. All right, so let's review. So SEO is not evil. It's actually a really good thing. If you're a local business, you're getting hammered by phone calls, emails for SEO. There's a lot of bad companies out there, unfortunately, but there's also a lot of good companies that can really help you. Or if you do it yourself, you know, it could really help your business and bring in extra revenue each year. And you want to be consistent and follow a strategy. This is a great strategy I have laid out for you. Be consistent, and be patient. It takes time. When I start working with a client, I'm super transparent and realistic where I say, listen, it could take 6 to 12 months to really get the ball going and to see, you know, maybe if they're on page 8, in a few months we'll get to page 6, then a few more we'll get to page 4. And that's just the way it works. But the thing is, you want to put quality content out there. If you can put videos, if you can put blog articles, you know, just make it good content that your audience wants to read and wants to view. Now, when working with an SEO company, if you decide to go in that direction, ask about their process. They should be super transparent in everything they do. Again, usually the companies that charge $500 a month, either they're not doing anything and they're just taking your money. I know a lot of companies that do that. Or they're doing more black hat techniques is what they call it, where could actually affect your site negatively. So you want to see their process. You want to see their results. Ask for their results. The good SEO companies usually charge $1,500 a month, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. I know it sounds like a lot of money, but that, you know, for the premium SEO marketing companies, that's what they charge. And if they guarantee results, turn around and just run as fast as you can, because no one should ever guarantee results in the world of Google, and it's just not right to do. So I do offer SEO. If you want a strategy session, you can book it at reviewrel.com/chat. We'll jump on a call. I'll review your website. We'll do kind of like a screen share. I'll review your website. I will, you know, tell you, you'll get a ton of valuable information, whether we work together or not. I'm not always the right fit for every business. So I need to be the right fit for you. You need to be the right fit for me. So I do provide SEO and PPC for local service, for local businesses. So, you know, I can run an AdWords campaign, a Facebook campaign. We can put an SEO strategy together. And I don't guarantee anything because that's not right to do. But I also have never failed. I could show you, I do have a few clients that let me show their results, and I could show you that. You can even talk to them, and that's what I do. So you can book a chat there if you're interested. And also, if you want to use ReviewRel for your business, just go to reviewrel.com, sign up for a free trial. where do we have? I think I have the pricing page up here. It's pretty affordable, $35 a month. You can upload unlimited customers. So say you have like 100 customers a month, new customers coming in, you go for this plan. If you only have like 5-10 customers a month, you could do the $25 a month. And with this code, Workshop21, it's actually going to save you $5 a month. So what you're going to do once you sign up, you can go to billing, put your billing info in, and then just put the coupon code down here, and you'll get that savings. Now, this is usually where I ask questions, but since this isn't live, but if you do have any questions, just email me, steve@reviewrel.com. I love to do this. I'm actually thinking about setting up like a monthly training. It'll probably be fairly cheap. Might just charge like $10-15 a month, where I do a training like this each month on a different topic, or we, you know, dive into a little bit more of some of these, because I mean, you know, I could talk about this forever, and there's a lot of stuff that you could do for your own website that I can help you with. So if that sounds like something you're interested, some type of monthly training, let me know, because I'd love to. I really want to do that. I actually, with a ReviewRel subscription, you do get monthly training. I'm going to start that in January, but I will have a plan up here. If you don't want to use the software, that's okay. I'll just have a plan. Like I said, it might be $10, might be $15. I haven't figured that out yet. Right now, it's the middle of January. So my first training is going to be at the end of January, and I'll probably dive a little bit into one of these tactics right here, or I might do something on Facebook ads. Again, it's always going to be different each month. You'll always learn a ton of information. You can ask questions. So again, if you're interested in that, if you're not interested in the software, that's okay. But if you're interested in some type of monthly training for a small fee, let me know, because I do plan to roll that out soon. So again, if you have any questions at all, email me at steve@reviewrel.com, and I hope to hear from you soon.